I live in a country that's in Europe, so I am European. I don't think that question involves any more than this, right? Okay, so I am European. I can honestly say that I have never understood the purpose of the European Union. I mean, it's like, in my opinion, which may be a very uninformed opinion, but in my opinion, and I bet that 90% of people, probably young people that aren't very informed, because anyway, it's a lot of theory. We've been taught in school that it's something like more like a big brother that is a big brother because it has more influence and more money, and practically being the one with authority, it can give you some directions. But honestly, I understand the idea that okay, it's easier to travel from country to country. It's easier. First of all, you may not need a passport, then you may not need a visa, so I understand those benefits. But other than this, I honestly can say I have no benefit. For example, in the relationship with the United States, which I know has no idea, Romania, I think is very, that's even a worse case of, let's say, collaboration, because we can go to the United States without a visa. But the Americans have all the, how do you say this? They have the, they built anti-aerial something support in our country for any kind of situation against the Russians. So practically they benefit from us, we don't benefit from them. In the case with European Union, I honestly have no idea what that benefits. I mean, maybe I think they don't give us, we don't have so many benefits because probably all the funds that they put in this country aren't really spent the right way, which of course is not their influence. But honestly, besides traveling, I cannot see one benefit. I think that in theory there are a lot more benefits than in practice. I understand the idea of agreement between people and between. It's of course easier. It's like when you have 10 people. If 5 of those 10 people will form an alliance, it will be easier for them to impose to the other 5 that would be distinct persons. That I get. It's a very simple mathematical situation. But if that union starts, okay, I'm going to let you join, let you join, let you join, and it's like 9 countries out of 10, then okay, it's like a whole again, so it makes no point. I honestly always voted, but I chose the Green Party or something that probably had no chance, because well, this is, for me, I think it's very disappointing going to vote, because it's really nothing has to do with their in the simple theory. You think that okay, you are voting for that person to represent your vision, he has some plans, he will put those plans into action, blah 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 blah. But it's really not that situation, not that case. So when I go to vote, I actually vote because I know those people with power. I want to make it harder for them to get there. If I vote for some guy that is maybe a fanatical and all he wants to do is become a vegetarian and eat green stuff, and I don't know, he wants to disapprove of cars working on normal fuel and have some utopical ideas, I would rather vote for that guy, only to give him a chance to express what he would like, because his fantasies are actually closer to an idea of a plan than the average politician who will actually not want to do anything. No, I think everybody should stick to himself and not. There's a general opinion that in Romania, politicians practically wait until there's a Romanian expression, s-a ajuns la fundul sacului. It means that you have reached the end of the bag. Practically spending a lot of money, you reach the end of the bag, and then you go to the European Union asking for more money. It's like a safety net, which of course a safety net is a good idea, but when a person knows he has a safety net, it usually lets it get there. If you wouldn't have a safety net, then maybe you wouldn't get to the end of the sack. There are a lot of funds for young people starting a company. There's a thing called Schema de Minimis. There's a fund that practically the Romanian state gives to companies that propose a project. It's actually a very intelligent thing because it encourages companies to employ unemployed students by the age of that haven't reached the age of 25 and keep them from a job for I don't know, 5 years. I can't remember actually, but something like this. And they will give you a funding until 100,000 euros or 200,000. I can't remember. The point is that it's a very good thing. It's a very good thing because apparently a computer analyzes your request, so it should be a lot more transparent. And the money comes from the Romanian state, but practically the sum of money that they give to the Romanian people is if the Romanian government gives this money to the people, practically Romania doesn't owe that much to the European Union. So practically, if you look at it, it's still coming from the European Union. But it's very difficult actually to access it because, for example, in the day when the auction was, everybody was submitting the file online. The whole server just happened to crash, and only some projects got accepted, which is the next time they did this was like, okay, tomorrow at 2 o'clock you have to submit now, which was of course another stupid idea because you can't prepare. Definitely the people that knew about about this got time to do this. So I think what I'm trying to say is that the European Union gives an opportunity for Romanian politicians to get away with stuff because practically they give them more money to spend and they don't spend it right. I don't think they have the waste of controlling all this good stuff. It's like I give a child 10 cases of chocolate. He will be very happy. That would be a good thing. But if I don't control him, he will eat all the chocolate and get sick. I think it's the same thing. The European Union is something. I think it's a utopical thing. I don't think you can take. When you do something good, you also have a responsibility. But they have no responsibility, nor should they have. But it's utopical to think that this will work. Okay, we'll all be a happy family. But it's, I don't know. I think that in a actually non-communist situation and with civilized people, and when I mean civilized people, I mean Western countries, even Romania, and not Russia or I don't know, China or countries like this. The idea of a war is really not an option anymore. I think people have realized, and when I mean people, I mean everyday people, have realized that maybe war is not the option in obtaining things. I think the idea of meeting new people and having it easier, this meeting people, it's a very good opportunity to get informed, which always is a good thing, because if you have new ideas you can improve. But still, all these money that comes from the European Union isn't something like, okay, you take this and this is all yours. Now because I gave you 20 cases of chocolate, you have to give me 40 cases back. So it's not exactly a friend talking to a friend. It's like a bank talking to a friend. So they don't talk on the same level.